Hey there, sweetness, how goes it? I do hope that it goes well. Quick name of the game: if there's anything that is connective to this collab, that's beautiful, and I invite you to take that shit with you. If, however, nothing here resonates, that's alright. You just leave it right where you fucking found it. It's probably a piece of information that was meant for somebody else in the collective. You should never take something off the table, or in general, that does not belong to you. Please keep in mind that time may be fluid as well as energy, and let's get into it, shall we? Oh yes. Yes, we fucking shall. What are we getting into? Collective messages. All the homies, welcome home. Spirit of love, truth, grace, and guidance, please guide myself, guide these messages, guide this collective. Please guide us all, always, always. Thank you. The energy that the collective is in at this time: dismantling establishments, getting the fuck out. That's where we begin and end. Dismantling establishments. People, places, things, concepts that have been established and they leak. They leak like a fucking banshee. It's time for a new seal. Replacing broken seals, leaking seals, dismantling this kind of bullshit. Anything that puts the collective in this type of an energy. Collective is being told to keep rolling, in the wise words of Fred Durst. One big stoner, excuse me. Hello, everybody. No, crack is whack. So this right here says that y'all have been feeling stuck. That now is a time to open your eyes to unveil the truth. Having more options than you thought, and an opportunity to let go of an old story. Dismantle an old establishment. The shadow side of this card, it did not fall in the reverse, but you guys could be feeling a little bit of the shadow energy here. Being a victim, feeling helpless, using your stories or past experiences as excuses to remain shackled. Don't do that. Hello, everybody. Welcome home, homies. I held it a little bit, but this is some damn good weed if I do say so myself. I can't remember what that one's called. Grease Monkey. Grease Monkey. While we're talking about changing seals, leaky seals, we're smoking Grease Monkey. This card is a gentle reminder that you create your reality. Look beyond the veil of illusion that your current limitations are projecting. Your limitations are projecting things, okay? If you're feeling trapped with no path forward, remember, this too is a perspective that can be lifted. What did I say about perspectives being established and needing to be dismantled? When you choose sovereignty over victimhood, You become the fierce wielder of choice. You can free yourself from your shackles and shift your outcome dramatically by accepting that you are the one person who is responsible for your happiness. Create infinite portals of possibility by becoming the solution. We are never really stuck. Nurture your soul and spend the time you need to transmute any feelings of helplessness. While we can't control every experience that is put on our path, we can definitely work on how we respond to each one. Let go of old stories and be vigilant of any wallowing, low-vibe thoughts that you may be holding on to. I'm being called out on that too, just so y'all know. Alright. Reframe your experiences as lessons and choose to heal. That's fucking beautiful. I'm gonna show y'all something in 1 second. An affirmation comes with this card. I am free to choose my healing and my light. Put that in the comments, claim it. I am free to choose my healing and my light. Now, back to that, reframe your experiences as lessons, alright? You guys are being told to pay attention to what the fuck I'm saying here, okay? So, first off, you see the black birds all over this card. If you're unfamiliar with the Shanty, we have black birds, alright? Part of a mural I've been working on. Now, another thing, an empty frame. There was, what was in there? A print of the Constitution, maybe, civil rights, something like that, but it was really destroyed, ripped up. I got that frame on the side of the road, and the papers that were in there, it was not salvageable. You couldn't read what it was. But the frame, my goodness, that's a beautiful frame. I like that. That is one huge frame. But I haven't figured out what I'm going to put in it. I feel like I'm going to paint inside of that frame. But I've been working on the bird mural, so I haven't started on that yet. There's some sort of message in there for you guys about choose your happiness, because you're in control of the choice. And maybe surround yourself with things that make you happy. I'm a big old kid myself, in touch with my inner child. We have to be if we're going to heal it. So, anyway, yeah, if I sit down with a paintbrush and some paints, I may have to choose if I'm going to work on the bird mural, crows, blackbirds, or if I'm going to reframe over there. But both choices make me happy because I've surrounded myself with opportunities for happiness and completion and learning, growth, you know? Just a thought. Messages for the collective, messages for the homies. What do they need to know about these establishments that need to be dismantled? That either need to be gotten out of their lives or they need to get out of something. You have the Moon and the Queen of Cups, very, very strong water sign, Cancer specifically energy. Someone could have the spirit animal, power animal, totem animal of the wolf. Also some type of sea life, mermaid, fish. Y'all are unlocking secrets within yourself that are going to, I'm hearing, promote your access to different parts of yourself and to reaching different parts of your path, the people on your path, the circumstances and situations that await you there. Somebody's just having one of those days. It's just one of those days. Somebody's in this mood of, man, it's just one of those days. That is an establishment, even a short-term establishment, that you're being told to get out of. It's just a day. What are you doing with it? I know why you want to hate me, because hate is all the world has even seen lately. Some of you need to know that the hate that you face on a day in, day out basis, it's not because you're fucking hateable. It's because hate is all the world has even fucking seen lately. And it's all these people are used to. It's not you. But, excuse me, you fall in deep enough to entertain it, and then it becomes you. That's something to be careful of. I'm going to read from the book, see what the moon card has to say for you, juice out every piece of information. Illusions. Again, y'all are being called out of illusion. Hidden truths, the unknown, trusting your intuition, facing your fears, the watery nature of the unconscious mind, mystery, symbolism and metaphor, perception, uncertainty, and dreams. When we're faced with uncertainty and illusion, it can feel like we're drowning. Trust that you will be okay, even if you can't seem to distinguish up from down right now. That's really strong for many of you. As soon as I said that, I felt it. Many of you cannot seem to distinguish up from down right now. When you stop struggling to see that which you simply cannot see because it remains obscured behind shadows of the moonlight, you will experience a deep release that will allow you to float to the surface of your truth. The moon card asks you to go within, find comfort in the darkness, and to calmly listen to the whispers of your own intuition. There is divinity and magic here. When you fall into the moon's still waters, your inner wisdom will embrace you and push you toward the light. She will reinvigorate your creativity and resurrect your spark as long as you go beyond your own fears to find her. Dive into her healing embrace, breathe past insecurities, and let her dimly lit magic guide you home. Hi, Zoe. Welcome home, everyone. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for getting those likes up. Thank you for your comments. You're all appreciated. Dive into her healing embrace, breathe past insecurities, and let her dimly lit magic guide you home. Your affirmation with this card: I am safe. You could type this in the comments. Affirm it. I am safe, and I reach new levels of unconscious knowing as I surrender to the will of the universe. It's a lot. Y'all could just put I am safe with a heart to show that you know. Queen of Cups. Some of y'all are working on getting in touch with your emotions. You're getting there. The Queen of Cups is someone who's extremely intuitive, a highly attuned emotional intelligence, love and compassion, full of sensitivity and strength, empathy, speaks of leading with your heart and healing. The shadow side of this queen is controlling or suppressing emotions, feeling insecure, a need to listen more, irrationality, emotional blackmail, being melodramatic, an opportunity to be responsible for your own emotions. The Queen of Cups is one of the most intuitive characters of the tarot, floating in her dreamlike state of spiritual connection. She asks you how well your emotions have been serving you lately, and reminds you that you have the ability to connect on a much deeper level. Feel and accept your emotional intuition. Listen closely as a way to understand what is truly going on, and ensure that other people feel heard when you communicate with them. Devote time to their emotional cues, and see the divine beauty in all of life's experiences. It takes both sun and shadow to make the ocean floor sparkle. In shadow, this card can indicate that you're out of touch with your emotions. See, I feel like you guys have been in a shadow regarding this, but you're coming out of it. We saw that right before I started to read this. So your affirmation is, my intuitive heart openly expresses deep love. My intuitive heart openly expresses deep love. Damn, do I wish that for y'all. Alright, we're going to get into another deck. Let's do musical chairs. Channeled music, lines from songs, handmade deck. Already, right off the bat. You guys have, these are the days that we'll never forget. That's beautiful, because I was hearing before, it's just one of those days. These are the days that we'll never forget. Excuse me. You have the power to choose which side of that fence you're going to land on. That is The Days by Avicii. Avicii. I don't usually cough like this when I smoke with you guys. This weed's kicking my ass. Mountain Music by Alabama. Like Grandma and Grandpa used to play. I just got something really cool with that. Some of you would love to live like your grandparents did. Your grandparents, your great-grandparents, grandparent-type figures in your lives. Grandma and Grandpa. But let's face it, in the spiritual community, a lot of us didn't come from families that it's a good thing to carry out their traditions. So I guess, like, I love my grandparents and my grandparents. I did have one set of grandparents that were, you know, married for years and years, and they had all kinds of kids, and, you know, every holiday you'd go over to Gram and Gramps' house, but it was dysfunction. That house was such dysfunction. It had farm animals tied to the fucking kitchen table. The children there were under attack by animals, adults, the other children. All the grown-ups were drugging or drinking all the time. You know, like, yeah, sure, there's that homey grandma and grandpa vibe, but it's not safe, it's not clean, it's not healthy, alright? But what I'm getting is that, like, some of you, maybe you're, you know, you're getting older, and you're like, I want to settle down, and I want to have a family, and I want to be a good, you know, grandmother or grandfather. I want to have that kind of vibe. baking cookies and shit, like, but I don't want the same vibe as what I was raised in. I want to raise that vibration. And that's the track that some of you are on. And some of you are going to be coming into like relationships and unions and things, and you've been single for a really long time. And while you're going to be happy and fulfilled and, you know, all the things, enjoy your time right now to yourself. Hogging up your own bed and having your type of shower time and, you know, all your favorite ingredients in the cupboard and your favorite TV shows on your thing. Like, not saying be selfish and stay stuck in that, you know, but enjoy it while it's there, because these are the days that you'll never forget. Alright? That's for some. But yeah, those are a couple songs that you guys can go look at, listen to if you're feeling a little bit bored. These Are the Days, or The Days by Avicii, and Mountain Music by Alabama. Some of y'all could be in Alabama, from Alabama, looking to move to Alabama, trying to build sweet homes, and doing mighty fine at it, whether you think so or not. I'm hearing some of y'all needed to know that. We're going to do a handmade oracle to see what the collective needs at this time. Something is not allowed to remain. The word remain just flew out in reverse. And my eyes immediately drawn over to dismantling establishment. Some shit has been established in your lives, homies, that needs to be fucking dismantled. It cannot remain. And then I just also heard that hopefully you guys aren't creating things, establishing things in other people's lives that are unhealthy, dangerous, you know, ick, and they have to dismantle it. Because if that's something that you guys are doing, that can't remain. The missing piece. But that falls in the reverse, so that was something very important for someone. Someone needs to know that no matter what you think that you've lost recently, you're solid. You're solid. It's not really a loss. Not sure what that may mean, but someone thinks that they've lost things and they're missing. No, no, no. No. You're solid. I want to keep smoking with you guys, but I don't dare to. It's like it fucking cuts off my ability to be able to speak, but jeez. It's how we do it around here. It's how we cleanse. It's how we channel. Solid. Y'all are solid. Some of you guys have been being blackmailed lately, but you need to know that you're solid, or keep your shit solid so that people can't blackmail you. Some details are going to be coming out about something. Someone's sleeping on something, or someone for very... Ooh, someone's sleeping around on something. On someone. I'm not really a big fan of saying this, but for some of you, others wished this terrible fucking storm upon you. This terrible fucking storm. They've wished it upon you. They figured that they were going to laugh and laugh and laugh when it blew you over. Time has come that y'all are going to be laughing because you know when you see them trapped in the storm that that is what they intended for you. You will know now. But you're also being told be kind. Breathe. And think about how you should react. How would you want someone to react? I mean, I guess I don't know. If they're literally wishing and praying for you to go through some sort of storm that you don't deserve to go through just because they want to see you go through it, then I guess they deserve to be laughed at when they're going through the storm. But does that change who you are? Does that force you to compromise yourself and your morals and your integrity to sit there and laugh at these motherfuckers while they're in pain just because they wanted that pain to be on you? Is that allowing someone to compromise you? Just a thought, a question. Hard times are coming. Y'all need to know that much power runs through you. You're shaped by experience. And whatever all of this shit is, you are, will, shall be the conquering hero of your story. And that's another thing. Stop letting yourself be the victim in your own story. Yeah, that's hard. Hard times are coming when you put an end to that shit, but that storm will pass. You guys are being told to save yourselves. I'm hearing that loud. Save yourself. Save yourself. Save yourself. Something about mapping out your movements. M-O-M, mapping out movements. Someone is a mother, and they need to map out their movements so that they can save themselves and their children. I'm also getting someone's realizing that growing up is, even if you have the ability to, not running home to mommy or daddy or anyone except when nowhere feels like home. If you set home outside of yourself, somewhere else out there on the map is home. It's not here. It's somewhere out there. It's where my parents are. It's where I was born. It's where, but it's not here. A home is, well, then nowhere is going to feel like home. Home's right here. Someone is willing to settle for sitting in hard times. And you've seen that. They're willing to settle for that, and you're not. You're not willing to settle for these hard times because they're hard times that can be changed by making the choice and doing the work. Somebody doesn't want to make the choice. Somebody doesn't want to do the work. Could be anybody. But they're going to be missing out on a piece of the finished product. But you won't if you're doing the work. Some of you have been praying more. That's a huge part of the work. It's funny when we think that it doesn't work, or we don't believe in it enough, so we don't do it enough, and then we start doing it, and it starts working. It's right where we left it. Our faith. Sometimes. I just heard Limp Bizkit in my brain right now. It's all about the he said, she said bullshit. No more he said, she said bullshit. Listen to yourself. Follow your inner guidance. and intuition, and you can't be steered wrong. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I hope and pray this reaches who it needs to, how it needs to. Thank you for getting those likes up. Thank you for every comment. Until we speak again, my dears.